From the very beginning, Ashley's relationship with her mother-in-law Margaret was a ticking time bomb. The first explosion. Their wedding day. Ashley caught Margaret red-handed at the gift table, stuffing cash-filled envelopes into her oversized purse. Calmly but firmly, Ashley stopped her. "Excuse me, what are you doing?" she asked. Margaret scoffed. "I paid for this whole wedding. I deserve compensation." Ashley couldn't believe what she was hearing. Her own parents had paid for most of the event, and now this woman was trying to steal from them? As voices rose, guests turned their heads. Margaret began to shout, dramatically claiming she was being robbed and disrespected. Her scene was so disruptive that the wedding MC had to work overtime to salvage the mood. After that, Ashley stopped speaking to her mother-in-law unless absolutely necessary. And when she did, it was clipped and cold. Margaret, of course, never apologized. Instead, she carried that grudge like a crown, seizing every opportunity to belittle her daughter-in-law. "You breathe wrong," she'd hiss. "Even your cooking smells disrespectful." Margaret called her son Ryan nearly every day to complain. She asked for favors, money, groceries, and then had the nerve to criticize what she received. "This milk tastes weird. Those apples are bruised. The chicken is dry." Ashley put up with it for Ryan. She bought only the best, even sacrificing her own grocery list to make sure his mother had what she wanted. And yet, the gratitude never came. She and Ryan had been married for just a few years. Ashley's parents had even helped them buy their first home. Margaret visited once, at the housewarming, and shockingly behaved herself. Ashley had hoped, foolishly, that maybe things were getting better. They weren't. One evening, as Ashley was kicking off her shoes after work, Ryan greeted her with, "Hey, just a heads up. Mom's coming to stay for a bit." Ashley froze, one sneaker still on. "Why?" "She's got an issue with her ceiling. The rain caused a leak, and she needs a place to crash while they fix it." "For how long?" "A month, maybe less," Ryan said, avoiding her eyes. "Please just don't say anything. Let's not argue about this." Ashley didn't answer right away. The memory of their wedding still simmered under her skin. But Ryan promised they'd go on a tropical vacation after. Beaches, cocktails, peace. She agreed. Maybe she could survive this for the sake of a week in the sun. Margaret arrived the next day. Ashley opened the door, forced a smile, and immediately regretted everything. The moment Margaret stepped inside, the criticism began. "Smells weird in here. Open the windows. Too bright. Close the windows. Too hot. Too cold. You call this clean?" By day 3, Margaret was waking Ashley up with jabs to the ribs and barking orders like a drill sergeant. "Get up. Are you seriously still sleeping while your husband works?" Ashley bit her tongue. Hard. She was mid-chop on some vegetables when Margaret hovered over her. "You're making this all wrong. This isn't even edible." Ashley blinked. For a moment, she seriously considered, accidentally, tossing a handful of hot peppers into the pot. That night, while Ryan snored peacefully beside her, Ashley stared at the ceiling. She had a choice, snap or adapt. She chose chaos. The next morning, Margaret marched into the kitchen, ready to unload a new list of complaints. But Ashley didn't even look up. She was wearing noise-canceling headphones and humming softly to herself while blending vegetables into a silky eggplant spread. "Excuse me." Margaret tried. Ashley kept blending. Margaret tapped her shoulder. Ashley turned, pulled out one headphone. "Oh, sorry. Did you say something? I've been calling you. You didn't hear." "Oh, I must have been focused. I'm listening to a fantastic psychologist. He's teaching me how to handle emotionally toxic people without losing my peace." She smiled. Sweetly. Margaret's eye twitched. Ashley turned the blender back on. The noise filled the room, drowning out whatever storm her mother-in-law was trying to start. For the rest of the day, Ashley stayed busy, vacuuming loudly, watching TV at full volume, cooking with music blasting from the speakers. Margaret followed her around, grumbling and scolding, but Ashley barely acknowledged her. Not with words anyway. By the time Ryan got home, he walked into a scene straight out of a sitcom. His wife, calm and content, building a puzzle at the table. His mother, red-faced and pacing in circles, ranting about disrespect and insubordination. "What is going on here?" he asked, wide-eyed. "She's ignoring me. All day. Like I don't exist." Margaret shrieked. Ryan blinked. "Mom, seriously. She's torturing me." Ashley looked up and calmly said, "Dinner's ready. Your favorite, mashed potatoes, eggplant dip, and pork chops." Then she turned back to her puzzle. Ryan hesitated, then sat down and started eating. Margaret fumed, her jaw twitching. Finally she snapped, "She doesn't listen to me. Tell her to respect me. I'm your mother." Ryan put down his fork. "Mom, this is our home. Ashley doesn't have to follow your rules here. If you don't like it, you're welcome to cook for yourself, or check into a hotel." Margaret gasped, horrified. "You're taking her side." "No. I'm taking the side of sanity." Margaret stared at her son, mouth open, face pale. "I can't believe what I'm hearing. I carried you for 9 months. This is how you repay me." Ryan stood up calmly and walked out of the kitchen. He returned moments later holding her suitcase and coat. "Come on, Mom. Let's go. I'll take you to a hotel. I think we all need a little space." "You wouldn't dare," she hissed. "Try me." Just then Ashley stood. She hadn't said a word during the whole exchange, but now she stepped forward and gently touched Ryan's arm. "Let her stay," she said softly. "We've all had a long day. Let's just eat and go to bed." Margaret blinked, surprised. Ryan hesitated. "You sure?" Ashley nodded, offering a small smile. "It's just one more night." They all sat back down. Dinner was tense but quiet. Margaret didn't say a word. Her appetite was gone. Later that night, as Ashley finished washing dishes, Margaret came into the kitchen and whispered sharply, "This is all your fault." Ashley dried her hands and turned to her. "Maybe. But if you haven't figured it out by now, this is my home. You are a guest here. Like one. Or next time I won't be so nice." She turned back to the sink and turned on the water. Margaret stood frozen for a moment, then slowly walked away. The next morning she packed her things and left without saying goodbye. Before stepping out she muttered, "Traitor. He used to listen to me. You're a snake in his ear." Ashley watched from the window as the cab pulled away. Ryan came up behind her and wrapped his arms around her waist. "Think she'll come back?" "Maybe," Ashley said. "But if she does, I'll be ready."